Abe. This is actually the World War II memorial on the other side of Abe. You know, in other words, there's a World War II memorial, then a big pond, and then Abe sits up there. Now on the other side, facing the other way, you remember that thing, is the Washington Monument. But boy, what's really amazing is the weather is not bad. You know, it is, you know, pleasant. I think it's in the 40s. And that beats, we're not used to the 20s and 30s here in Washington, D.C. So the 40s is pretty good. But what I want to talk about today is really the government and associations. I mean, the associations are a great source of free money and help. Some associations are for, you know, industry, and you know, they're like unions for lawyers. That's an association for lawyers, or the Toy Manufacturers Association and all that. But to me, the real great associations are for government agencies at the state level. That's where you can find, you know, every state has more or less the same offices. Everybody has a Department of Economic Development. Everybody has a department to collect taxes. Everybody has a housing department and everything. Well, the best thing you want to know now, particularly people with rent and mortgage and everything, there's an office in every state called the State Housing Agencies. Okay, sometimes the state financial housing agencies. In other words, they're worried about money in that state for, you know, people to buy houses, fix up houses, pay their rent, and pay their mortgage. And if you look at those 6 letters that I put in the topic up there, those 6 letters are add org to the end, and they're NCSHA. That's an association called the National Council of State Housing Agencies. So the National Council of State Housing Agencies. See, like if you're looking for the Attorney General, well, for your state, there's an Attorney General for every state, and there's an association. So you could just put in find Attorney General, you know, for find my state Attorney General, find my Attorney General for a state. Same thing for housing, find my housing. Now, what the association is, it's great, particularly the Housing Association now, those 6 letters I have. So want to see their website, you just put a .org on the back of that website, on the back of those 6 letters, and you'll get there. And when you get there, there's 3 things you want to find. I think they have a tab called Resources or something like that. And they'll have 3 things that you want to know there, 3 links under that you know, tab on the top of that website. One is for finding out all the offices in every state that give out rent grant. Now, actually not every state give it, all the offices in every state that gives out the Biden rent grants. Okay, there's still a lot of money out there, and that's just one of the many programs that your state has. But that's a nice collection they have of where to find the rent grants from the Biden program in your state. So they have a map of the United States, and you click on your state. You click on your state, and you'll find who to contact in your state to get a rent grant from that program. Now remember, I'm going to put an asterisk right here now, is that every state has other programs besides just the Biden. So you have to look for those too, and that's separate. We'll cover that later. But for the rent grants in the Biden program, and that's called the emergency rental assistance. They have a nice, you know, map of the United States, and they're the people you start banging on the head. Now, if you can't get through to those people at your state, then you use your elected representative, and that's you go to commoncause.org and you start beating on them. It's all about beating on people, unfortunately, because everybody's busy and everything, and so you have to put in the effort for this. Okay, so now you have rent, and they're still giving out $30,000 or more for rent, back, forward, everything. Some states have run out of money, but a lot haven't, and then they find other money to put into there. I mean, it's a crazy system. If someone says no in your state, they don't have it anymore. That's just one program, and it keep looking, because that'll change, or you have to look elsewhere, and I'll tell you how to do that. So you have the rent. Okay, now mortgage. Oh, by the way, rent is also for utilities, and also for moving money. And it's also for down payment on if you got to get a new apartment and put up a deposit, money like that. So that's, or storage money is in there too. Okay, now the housing, but it depends on every state. Every state has different sort of things they offer of it, but they can do that. And that's when they get federal money, then they can do that. When they do their own money, they make their own rules. And so that's rent. Now mortgage, there's another tab up there, under the resources tab. So there's one for rent, and that's called emergency rental assistance. And the other one is called homeowners fund, okay? So you're looking for a link in the tab on top for homeowners. And you click on that, and you'll see another map of the United States, and you click on your state, and it'll show you who in your state has the homeowners grant money. And the homeowners means that you need to pay a mortgage. and that's what that's for. So that's mortgage money. It's also money to pay real estate taxes. It's also money to pay moving and all that other stuff too. And utilities, fixing up your home, you could use it. And every state is a little different, so you have to see what's there. But remember, that's just the Biden mortgage money, and it's called homeowners. That's just for Biden. So the homeowners money for Biden only. Okay, and the other one is the rental money for the Biden program only. Now, the other thing you want to do, you want to find a list on top up there for your state housing financing. See, the links I gave you are not for your state housing agencies, but for the offices in your state that give out the grant money for rent or mortgage. But the other place you want to contact is your state housing finance agency, and those 6 letters will have those 6 letters have .org has a list of all their state agencies that they represent. So that's where you want to go. You want to go to your state housing finance agency, and they have the list to get you there. And it's not really a map of the United States. They have a whole list, and it's alphabetical by state. And then you contact that office. Now they're going to know about those 2 rent mortgage programs, but they'll also know about other mortgage programs, other rental programs, because they're in a position to know. It's not a guarantee that they're going to know all the others, but it's a place to start. But more importantly, is that a place to start is for buying a house. You want a mortgage, you want a down payment. These are places that, it depends on state and everything. One of the best places to start is at your state housing financing, because they have programs to give you cheap down payment money, cheap mortgages, grants for down payment, grants for fixing up your house. See, it's all at state money. They want to make you happier as a homeowner and not struggle and not have your house go down the pot, So that's why you want to contact them. So that's why these are very powerful agencies. Now, that doesn't mean that you have everything when you contact them. See, everything I give you, and if it doesn't work out, you have to accept that. It's sort of like, hey, you want to meet my cousin? Maybe you're looking for a date, meet my cousin. I can't guarantee my cousin's going to go out with you. But you have to look and see and try and see what happens. That's what it is about the sources I give. There's no guarantee that they're going to be it, and they're certainly not the only place to apply. That's the biggest problem I get, from members who aren't savvy enough to realize that, well, it's not your savviness or anything. It's just, I've been doing this so goddamn long. Yeah. I'm just more aware of the potential and whatever. You ask one girl to date and they say no, so all girls aren't going to say no. And our system is so complex and there's so much out there for everybody that you have to keep at it. So if one says no, you just keep going, man. And that's why, to me, a good place to keep going is 211.org and findhelp.org. Those two places, are all free. I'm going to charge you $20, so be careful. But I'll never charge you more than $20. And be careful, anybody who's on the discussions, on my videos. I mean, we have these people who even take my image and say they're me and they'll help you. No, that's not me. on there, and folks, hey, try this. Hey, here's Lesko's email address. That's all bullshit scam stuff, so stay away. And I'll never charge you more than $20. And anybody else is talking anything else and even pretending they're me, they're just scammers. So get the hell away from there. But if you're a member already of Let's Go Help and looking for me, some people join on YouTube and then sign up and not sure what to do. The place for that and just solve problems, you want your money back, that's fine, is letsgohelp@gmail.com. Okay, letsgohelp@gmail.com. And that's how you get your money back, or we fix the problem. I'll fix it. Oh, yeah. And if I don't, I'll give you money back. You're pissed. There's just too many problems that are more interesting, and I screw up a lot. And if it pisses you off, I'm happy to give you the money back, because it's not a big deal. If it was $10,000, then maybe I'd arm wrestle you a little bit. But $20, man, and to make you happy, and that's what a good lover does, is make the person they love happy, not themselves. And that's the joy in life, is making other people happy. And I think that gives us all so much joy doing that. So that's why, in Let's Go Help, I see more and more people are helping each other in Let's Go Help. So if I don't have the right answer or do whatever, I can't know everything. I don't, even though I've been studying for 50 years or whatever. It changes hourly. It really does. That's why anybody tells you anything about a program now, it's going to change in 3 minutes maybe. Don't trust anybody about what they believe is right or wrong about a government program, unless it's the person giving out the money. They're the only people who know the truth. Everybody else is bullshit and guessing. So why do that? Because you do that because the people who know the truth don't advertise. And the people who want to bullshit you or think they know the truth advertise because they want to get money from you. So that's why everybody you see in all the links I give you, and if you remember Let's Go Help or anywhere else, are people who will never charge you any money. So that's what you want. If you want to spend money, God bless you. But what bothers me is that people have problems and they don't have money or little money to spend. And you could get most anything you pay for probably for free. Particularly in financial area. I'm trying to put a battery in here. There we go, maybe. Did it work? Maybe, maybe not, maybe not. It didn't work. Oh my God. Where are you, little baby? Maybe. There we go. Okay, so we don't drop off the face of the earth, or you see me go into the water. The pools down here, see the water? This is where the I Had a Dream march is, and the last one, I guess last Sunday, they had a march for anti-vaxxers or something, and this is where it all happens. And see, See Abe sitting up there in that building? He's got a front row seat. But it's fun being here. So where was I? Oh, about, yeah, pay. See, that's what Google is all about. It's all about making money. So if you have money, then that's a great place to be. If you don't, or want to do things in life and you don't have enough money to do things in life, well, you can't do that. Because marketing is probably, advertising is probably the most sophisticated, activity in our country, is figuring out how to get money from people. We spend more money on that than cancer. That's true. So why do we do that? I think cancer is a little bigger issue, but not the people who want to get more money. And that's where they make money. So, I mean, that's capital. I mean, that's the downside of capital. There's a lot of good sides to it, too. So like anything else, you just live with the system. I'm not here long enough to change the system. You want to do that, God bless you. I just want to show people what the system is and how to take advantage of it, so you could improve yourself and improve the people around you. And that's what frustrated me when I first learning about this, is that there's so much free stuff. I see Washington as an oil field. There's oil all over that is so valuable. You just have to dig it out, And the rich people do. They hire people like I used to be and pay them thousands of dollars to do this. And I said, that's stupid, man. This is democracy. We're supposed to all be eligible for this. So that's why I want to do it for as cheaply as possible. That's why I only charge $20, or for the reports on letsgoreports.com. That's where you can get that's where you can get just for your state. Like, you have a housing issue or anything, you go to letsgoreports.com and download for your state all the sources, like the one I'm just talking to about, the State Financial Housing Association. That'll be in the report, and all the other sources that'll help you buy a house, fix up a house, or do whatever you want. And that's state by state, and that's only $5.95. See, that's the kind of guy I want to be. I want to be the $5 guy and the $20 guy, not $5,000. I used to charge that kind of stuff. That means you only attract rich people, because they don't give a shit. They're going to make millions out of it. But they don't need help. It's more fun helping people who need help. In other words, it's more fun loving somebody if they love you back. It's no fun loving somebody if they don't love you back, right? That's a little depressing. Yeah. And plus, they're not fun usually. See, the average person appreciates what I really am. When I was helping rich people, I had to pretend I was something I wasn't. I used to wear dark Armani suits and shit like this, And all that attracted was other people in dark Armani suits, which I didn't really like. And when I wear this, if you like this, I know I'm gonna like you. So, because you think this is cool, great, because this is what I am, So that's how I feel. What I'm doing, what I do now for many years, is living inside out, not outside. We spend most of our life trying to figure out, what should I do to do that? And outside, taking all the advice and everything, because we don't know what we're doing. I still don't know. I'm just guessing every day. Nobody knows. But people will pretend they know so they could charge you a lot of money. I know the secret. That's bullshit, That may have worked somewhere one time or whatever, but we're all different, man. We have to find our own way through this nonsense. Hi, thank you. And that's what we have to do. And we need help and encouragement to do that. And that's why everything I'm showing you, I can't guarantee any of this will work for you. I just know they're real, they're doing it, whatever. And it's going to take work on your side to make something happen, And that's why if I guarantee all this kind of stuff, and you're going to, it may take a while for you to make anything work. So you're going to quit if I say that works, and that's not honest to me. But people always want to do that because then they could charge a lot of money because they made you believe that they know the answer. I think that's even like the anti-vaxxers have a point and everything, because organizations lie all the time, or it's not, well, they're just so definite that things are right, and they may be wrong. I mean, if you take the scientific journals, and there's real data on this that shows in like, I think 60 to 70% of all the scientific journals articles that were proven supposedly right could never be proven again. In other words, they were wrong. So you get a headline, eating squirrels cures cancer or something like that, and they can never duplicate it. So you think that that's the truth, and the professionals say, oh, there's a scientific study that did this. Yes, but so that's why, and we're all guessing, but you can't charge a lot of money if you say you're guessing. That's why I charge $20. I used to charge $20,000. I had to pretend that, oh yeah, this is gonna, oh boy, yeah, you'll be stupid if you don't do this. But life isn't that way. We're all guessing. This is the best shot I got. If that's your problem, I see it work over and over again. The programs are real. I'm not making shit up. I may enhance. It's really more about headlines or getting attention so I could start. I used to be a professor of computer science right here in Washington at college, and most of my students were really working all day and getting a degree at night, so they had a big day already. And I found in teaching computer science, this is back in the 70s, I was the only person. I even had a software company back in the 70s that failed. I must have been the only person, but thank God it did. I found my real, true self in life by failing. But I found out the students, when they were there, if I couldn't keep them awake, then I couldn't teach them anything. So that's to me what marketing is. That's if they, Hey, I'm live now. You want to say hello to everybody?
Yeah. Louisiana, I be following them. Yeah. You hear me?
Okay.
What kind of information you got for us? For the,
money for government. Hey, I mean, dressing like this too. People just treat me nice. Oh, it's great. They smile at me walking down the street. I'm sort of bored at home, right? And it's so nice to see people smiling at you walking down the street. And that's the biggest joy of doing this. And it took a lot of courage. I mean, you don't get a lot of encouragement from people, particularly your loved ones, if they want to protect you from being hurt. Okay, well, like when I started wearing these crazy clothes, I lost millions of dollars, to tell you the truth. I was thrown off Home Shopping Network. I'd go on Home Shopping and sell like 35,000 books in a day. It was incredible. I showed up like this once. I had to give it up. The thing I really wanted to buy. And that's why I say life, we get too much education and from people outside because we don't know what the hell to do, and we take advice, but we don't listen enough to inside. It's a balance you have to do, outside and inside. And so this, to me, my suit is really living inside out. And it's a filter too. If you like this, I know I'm going to like you. If you think I'm an idiot, we're saving each other a lot of time because this is really me. And we don't have to dance around with each other. Yeah. Well, it's nice. I hope tomorrow is nice weather to do this again. So don't forget, go to that website with those 6 letters, .org. Those 6 letters and .org. And you're looking for 3 things. You're looking for a drop down from on the top. Yeah, that's a hoodie. You want to buy the hoodie? Oh, Let's Go Clothes. I have all these now on letsgoclothes.com. CLOTHES. I forget how to. Yeah, and that's 3D printing, and they send it out to you right away. But anyway, so you want the 3 things you want from the 6letters.org is the listing of the grant programs at each state, and that will be in a drop down up on top. There'll be a list of grants and home buyers, so homeowners. So there's 2 lists: grants, emergency grants, and the homeowners fund. So then you want to find your office in your state for each of those, and then you want to find your state. That will be in another tab to have somewhere to find your state office for housing agency, financial housing agency. But now to find more programs, see, those 2 programs are only 2 that Biden has. Your state and local county are popping up programs all the time, and to find them, you go to 211.com and findhelp.com, and you put in whether it's mortgage or rent or utilities or anything you want. Now what you do, you just don't look at all those sources in your area. You call each one of those sources. I know it's a pain in the ass and you hate doing it. You just want to click on something, fill out the form, and get a fucking check, right? But it probably ain't gonna happen that way. Some do, and I'll put them in a commercial. But the rest of us are gonna have to do the digging, and that means you get that list from 211 and find help and call everyone located, everyone in that list, and see if they can help you. And if they can't, ask them, who else do you think can help me? Okay? You don't have to know any secret words. You don't have to know how to talk to people. You just have to know, yeah, you're human. These are human people. You can call them. They're all nonprofit organizations. They're all government offices in both of those lists. And you use them both. There'll be an overlap, but that doesn't matter. The point is that you're making sure you're touching every base. And that's the way to make sure you touch every base to get the help you really need. It's not going to come to you. You have to come to it. You can't Google this because none of these people advertise on the internet. And Google's all about advertising. They want to pay. They want to get paid by people who advertise, who are looking to get your money. Okay? And so you got to give up that game and find the real help that doesn't charge you money. Calling is one thing. I mean, I wouldn't even call anymore on Google. I mean, that's not bad to start. But see, what's more important in 211 is not calling 211. You can, and it'll be helpful, but you want to get a list of all the people in their database who help people with rent. You want to get a list of all the people who help people with mortgages, because the operator who's doing the triage can't know everything, and the people who spend a lifetime helping people with rent or mortgage or whatever it is, utilities, know better than the operator. So they're the people you want to talk to, not so much the operator. I mean, it can't hurt, but if they don't have anything for you, you have to dig deeper, and most of the time that's what's going to happen. So I'm sorry, it's gonna take work. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. I know. It'd be nice if we could just collect money and go to the bank. But it ain't that way. But it can be fun, see, and that's why you make fun out of it. And what the hell? It's the only way to get it done. And you can have fun doing it. See what you learn. Then you take that information and share it with somebody else. And that becomes fun. And then you can put me out of business. That would be great too. There's so much problems to solve. You go out and solve some. Talk to you soon.